French historical painter, leader of the Romantic movement, Eugene Delacroix was born at Cherton, South Maurice, near Paris, on the 26th of April, 1798. His father, Charles Delacroix, was heavily linked to political causes during the Revolutionary period, serving as a foreign minister under the Directory. Many claim that he could not be the father of Eugene due to infertility at the time of conception. It is believed that Eugene's real father was a man by the name of Talleyrand, Charles Delacroix's political successor and family friend. Talleyrand kept eyes on Eugene throughout his career. Delacroix's early life was filled with danger. As an infant, he was nearly burned due to the negligence of his nurse. While reading a novel, she fell asleep, allowing a lit candle to fall into the cradle of young Eugene. The experience left him with permanent scars on his arms and face. Soon after, one of the family's servants dropped Eugene into the sea while she was preoccupied climbing the side of a ship to see her lover. He was also nearly poisoned and choked. Once, he was found imitating a print of a man hanging himself, nearly killing himself in the process. His formative years were spent at the Lycée Louis-le-Grand, a public secondary school located in Paris. At an early age, Delacroix's talents were recognized by numerous accolades. Under the direction of his mentor, Pierre Narcisse Guérin, Delacroix explored the work of Jacques-Louis David, one of his main influences. During this time, he met lifelong colleague Ary Scheffer. In 1822, he produced his first important work, The Bark of Dante, painted in his personal studio, leading to an enthusiasm of debate. At Delacroix's request, Guérin came to view the work. His response was that it was absurd, detestable, and exaggerating. "Why ask me to come and see this?" Guérin asked. "You knew what I must say." Others speculated that Theodore Géricault, who painted the Raft of Medusa, which stimulated Delacroix to produce his own work, had involvement in the process. Despite all of this, his work was received at the Paris Salon that year. Delacroix was deeply moved and inspired by the Greek War of Independence, leading to the production of Massacre at Chios in 1824. It depicts sick and dying Greek civilians facing imminent demise by the Turks. This work led to Delacroix's recognition as a leading painter in the New Romantic style. Massacre at Chios was in turn bought by the state. Critics of the work, however, found his art to be too controversial, showing suffering and despair. In response to the capture of the Greek city of Missolonghi by Turkish forces in 1825, Delacroix released his second work, Greece on the Ruins of Missolonghi. The whole picture serves as a monument to the people of Missolonghi and the idea of freedom against tyrannical rule. The success of Missolonghi led him to produce his next famous work, The Death of Sardanapalus. Through the use of beautiful colors, exotic costumes, and tragic events, this work depicts a besieged king watching impassively as guards carry out his orders to kill his servants, concubines, and animals. It is widely accepted that the inspiration for Sardanapalus came from a play by Byron, one of his influences, who also led to the development of Massacre at Chios. Delacroix drew inspiration from not only Byron, but other literary sources of the time, including Scottish historical novelist, playwright, and poet Sir William Scott. Scott's work led to the creation of The Murder of the Bishop of Liege in 1829. In the 1830s, France found itself torn in a state of revolution. Once again moved by the political climate of the time, Delacroix's next work depicted the romantic image of the spirit of liberty. Liberty leading the people would go on to not only become his most famous work, but also a symbol of the revolution itself. The success of Liberty leading the people allowed Delacroix to be provided many other opportunities to receive government commissions for murals and ceiling paintings. Delacroix grew tired of the civilized ways of Paris. In an effort to see a more primitive culture, he retreated to northern Africa as part of a diplomatic mission to Morocco following the French requisition of Algeria. Though his intentions were not to study art, he produced over 100 paintings and drawings during his stay. Based on the lives of the northern African people, these works added a new and personal chapter to his own interest in Orientalism. In 1838, Delacroix produced his first large-scale depiction of a scene from Greek mythology, Medea about to kill her children. This painting was a huge success at the Salon. Despite the success, Delacroix found himself disappointed when the painting was sent to the Musée des Beaux-Arts. His intentions were for his works to hang alongside each other at the Luxembourg. Eugene Delacroix was a curious mixture of skepticism, politeness, dandyism, willpower, cleverness, despotism, and finally, a king, special goodness and tenderness that will always accompany genius. In 1843, he decorated the Church of Saint Denis du Saint-Sacrement with a large Pieta. From 1848 to 1850, he painted the ceiling in the Galerie d'Apollon on the Louvre. From 1857 to 1861, he worked in the Chapelle d'Aix at Saint-Sulpice. Though he enjoyed his work, it was long and fatiguing. This led to his deterioration into a fragile state. In need of rest, Delacroix sought solitude in his countryside cottage. It was here that his devoted housekeeper, Jean-Marie Leguillot, carefully attended to his needs. On August 13, 1863, Eugene Delacroix died with Jean-Marie by his side. This day will forever be remembered as the day the face of painting during the Romantic period of the French Revolution was silenced.